get some specific stories that I can keep in my file. Ben@ksco.com is my email. You can always send questions and comments to the same email, Ben@ksco.com. I'm very behind in responding to my emails. If you have questions and you don't want to go on the air, you can send me an email, but please put your phone number on the emails if you have questions so I don't have to write long screeds to reply back to emails. It's much easier for me to have a conversation with you. And that's Ben@ksco.com. Okay, let's see. There's a couple more things I want to say. You know what? We'll hang on to this for tomorrow. We'll continue talking. We'll talk tomorrow about depression. I want to talk about Robin Williams, and I'll give you some of my take on what happened with Robin Williams. You know, he had heart surgery before his depression, and as any cardiac nurse will tell you, or cardiologist will tell you, after you have heart surgery, it's not uncommon to be depressed. You're confronting your mortality in a very significant way when you have heart surgery, and depression is just part and parcel with the program. It comes with the program, basically. Not to mention the fact that you have poor circulation. You tend to have poor circulation going to the brain. There's a lot of reasons why heart disease and heart surgical procedures can lead to depression. We'll talk about that. I'm sure. Well, we'll talk about all that tomorrow. As we continue talking about, connective tissue diseases on the next day. So tomorrow we'll talk about depression, and then we'll continue talking about connective tissue diseases and a couple of hormones and the hormonal relationship between connective tissue disease, or the hormonal connection to connective tissue disease. And then we'll talk about a really interesting hormone that it's kind of a strange hormone that you don't hear people talking about a lot. It's one that was discovered very recently. And it has a key relationship, a key connection to the nutrient arginine, and it is also involved not just in helping with support connective tissue health, but it's also involved in cardiovascular health, lowering blood pressure, very important for the health of the heart, also important for the health for libido and for sexual performance. It's all related to arginine, and we will talk about that not tomorrow, but the next day. Tomorrow we'll talk a little bit about depression. Okay, 855-660-4261 is our number. If you're interested in joining the Brightside Ben team, call 866-735-2470 or head over to brightsideben.com and click on the Join the Team link, and somebody will get back to you with information. Let's take our first phone call of the day. Cindy in Virginia, what's going on? Welcome to the Brightside. Cindy.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I flipped my, it doesn't really matter. I'm calling to see, while I am trying to heal my digestive process.
Okay, your digestive system?
Yeah, you have me doing that. And I'm taking insulin, okay?
You're injecting yourself with insulin?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm doing that a lot. It's 6 shots a day. I'm a type 1.
Okay.
I've noticed looking at blood sugars, because I know how to do that, with certain food, sometimes it goes high, sometimes it goes low.
Yeah, that's good. That's good that you're noticing that.
I do notice it, but I don't know how to adjust the insulin, and I can't go to my endocrinologist and ask him what to do. You're not going to know what to do.
Well, first of all, you don't want to be playing around with your dose. Insulin is really, really powerful stuff. Really powerful stuff. It may be among the most powerful. It's not really a drug. It's a hormone, and it's among the most powerful hormones in the body. Maybe the most powerful hormone in the body, actually, when all is said and done. So you don't want to be playing around too much with your dose of insulin. What you should be doing is playing around with your food. The foods that spike your blood sugar are foods that you want to stay away from, and you know the suspects. There's no real reason. There's no real need for any of those foods, Cindy. And I'm not a food Nazi here, and I'm not trying to be, some kind of food guru. There's no judgment that's involved. But the foods that spike your insulin are foods that you don't need. They're foods that you might want. They're foods that might taste good, but they're not foods that you absolutely have to have. And I'm thinking potatoes and pasta and rice and bread and cereals and fruit juice, etc. There's no real need for any of those foods. So, my opinion, don't play around with your insulin. Play around with the food and try staying away from those problem foods. Now, if you really want to have those foods, eat smaller amounts of those foods and support your insulin. And as for anybody out there who's on insulin, you can make the insulin you're using stronger and more potent, so you don't need as much. And there's a few really wonderful nutrients for potentizing insulin, for strengthening your insulin. Chromium and vanadium and the sweeties from Longevity are the ultimate nutrients, micronutrients for supporting insulin. And you should be using the sweeties after all meals, 2 or 3 after all meals. That will make your insulin stronger, and you won't need as much insulin. There's another nutrient called alpha lipoic acid. I'm sure you've heard of that. You want about 400 milligrams a day, or you can take a couple hundred milligrams after your meals. That, too, will potentize or strengthen your insulin. The amino acids taurine and arginine will also potentize and strengthen your insulin. Maybe 100 milligrams of taurine, maybe 500 milligrams or so of arginine a couple of times a day or after meals. That can help make your insulin stronger. And then essential fatty acids like the ultimate EFAs, omega-3 essential fatty acids in particular, can make your insulin stronger too. So in my opinion, you don't want to be playing around with your insulin as much as you want to be playing around with the foods you're eating and then using nutritional supplements to potentize your insulin. And I know you've probably been told, because you have type 1 diabetes, that you're going to be on insulin the rest of your life. And this is what they tell type 1 diabetics. Type 1 diabetes is distinguished from type 2 diabetes because type 1 diabetes is an autoimmune disease where the body attacks the pancreas, and type 2 diabetes is more like a long-term degenerative kind of condition. Nonetheless, type 1 diabetes, you can, believe it or not, you can regenerate your beta cells in your pancreas can regenerate. They used to say no, but now they know that you can. You can make your pancreas secrete more insulin, and you can definitely support your pancreatic health and type 1 diabetes without having to rely on drugs over time. But you got to focus on nutrition, and you got to focus on foods that are causing digestive problems. Type 1 diabetes is a condition, an autoimmune condition, which means it's got a major digestive component, especially when it comes to the microbiome, which is the fancy schmancy way of saying the intestinal bacteria. So in addition to everything we just talked about, make sure you're using your, I'm sure you are already, but if you're not, make sure you're on the Biolumin Nightly Essence and eating lots of fermented foods. And keeping your calories down too. And of course, if you're on the Healthy Start Pack and getting your Mighty 90 nutrients, it's going to be much easier to keep your calories down. Calorie restriction, adequate nutrition, the CRAN diet. I hope that helps, Cindy. Oh, by the way, the B vitamins are also very important for sugar metabolism and supporting insulin. So sipping on the Beyond Tangy Tangerine after your meals is a good idea too. Hope we helped you, Cindy. Thanks so much for your call. I'm gonna let you go and we'll move on. And please call back if you have any more questions. 855-660-4261 is our number. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side. We'll be back after this.
Ago, I began to do a lot of research into why, even though I had a pretty good-sized meal, that I was still starving. And my research led me to a well-known fact that most of the soils that we grow our crops on here in the United States and across the industrialized world are almost completely depleted of almost all of the key minerals and trace elements that our bodies need to rebuild themselves, fight off cancer, and be healthy. I then searched out the best vitamin and mineral company out there and discovered Youngevity. The Youngevity products are designed to give you the real nutrition you need, and once you've got that, you don't have to eat as much to be satisfied. I've lost 37 pounds in 2 months, simply getting the vitamins and minerals I need. Check it out for yourself. It's incredible. Go to InfoWarsTeam.com today and order your first canister of Beyond Tangy Tangerine Complete Multivitamin Mineral Complex Dietary Supplement. That's InfoWarsTeam.com.
So we decided to upgrade the look of our home.
You know, improve the curb appeal.
We decided to add the look of stone to the exterior.
We really like the stacked stone look.
Yeah, but when I checked into the price, it was ridiculous. No way could we afford it.
Then a friend told me about Genstone. Genstone.
Genstone comes in lightweight panels made of polyurethane. They've actually engineered the hassle out of installation. No mortar, no mesh. It was easy. Even I could do it.
We just screwed the panels to the wall and it looks like stone. I mean, it really looks like stone.
Yeah, from the box to the wall in minutes.
We love the look of our home now.
And Genstone is durable, comes with a 25-year warranty, and offers additional R value for insulation.
If you want the look of stone at a price you can afford, call Genstone
at 855-955-STONE.
Trust me, you'll save money.
And you'll love the look.
855-955-STONE. That's 855-955-7866.
The Genesis Communications Network is one of America's premier broadcasters of captivating talk radio. We thank you for listening. Now, just imagine, there are thousands of people who are just as passionate about radio as you are. But what you may not realize is how easy and affordable it is to advertise with us. Radio commercials for your business could be heard on hundreds of radio stations across the U.S. every day. We can help you by creating an effective radio advertising campaign for your company. From script writing to producing your commercials, commercial, just like the one you're listening to right now. No other network provides the level of customer service we do. When it comes to radio advertising, we are your one-stop shop. And no matter how big or small your business is, we can help. Email us at advertise@gcnlive.com, and an experienced advertising executive will help you take the first step towards driving more customers to your business or website. Advertise@gcnlive.com. Easy, affordable, effective.
Whoa! This is big!
By popular demand, the Freeze Dry Guy's giant factory authorized sale has been extended. Now through August, save 30 to 45% on number 10 cans of high-quality Mountain House freeze-dried foods from the Freeze Dry Guy. Now's the time to stock up on all factory fresh stock of the finest, best-tasting, longest-proven shelf-life foods in the industry at giant savings of 30 to 45%. But hurry, supplies are limited, so this sale is only through the end of August. Call 866-404-3663. Free shipping to the lower 48 states. Click freezedryguide.com or call 866-404-3663. That's freezedryguide.com. Hurry! The giant factory authorized Mountain House sale with savings of 30 to 45% is extended through August from the Freeze Dry Guy, the finest freeze-dried and dehydrated foods available anywhere for long-term storage.
We are America's largest independently owned communications network, GCN.
If you guys want to try a fast, don't do it without your Suero V and Amasai from Beyond Organics. I did a fast yesterday, sipped on my Suero V. Super easy. Suero V is a great source of electrolytes and minerals. I'm using the Suero V Citrus. There's also unflavored. And then the Amasai Kefir drink is also a good source of probiotics and a good source of minerals as well as protein. You can find out all about them at brightsideben.com. Pull down on the shopping cart, look for the Suero V or the Amasai and the Amasai from Beyond Organics. And while you're at it, check out the cheese, the artisan cheddar cheese. I haven't tried the other cheeses. The cheddar cheese is awesome. And once you start eating this artisan cheddar cheese, probiotic enriched artisan cheddar cheese from Beyond Organics, you're not going to want regular cheese again. Trust me, and I've been a cheese fan for a lot of years, and I don't want to even go near my Vitamin Cottage cheddar cheese once as long as I have my Jordan Rubin Beyond Organic probiotic enriched artisan cheddar cheese. Yum, yum. You can find out all about it at brightsideben.com. Pull down on the shopping cart. You can also click on the Join the Team link at brightsideben.com for a one-time $10 fee. Start yourself a longevity business. Help me in my mission to educate the world about the importance and the power of a good nutritional supplement program. Okay, John in Michigan, what's going on? Welcome to the Bright Side, buddy.
Hello.
Hello. How you doing, man?
Yeah, Ben, this has to do with leg cramps, bike riding, long distance.
Electrolytes. Electrolytes and electrical vitamins too, B vitamins especially. If you're drinking a lot of water, and most people are when they're doing bike racing or doing exercise, you're gonna lose your electrolytes. You're gonna sweat them out. You're gonna pee them out. And when you run deficient electrolytes, cramping is the ultimate result. And that's pretty much what you want to regard all cramping as, whether it's nighttime cramping, night cramps that people get, or cramps that are related to athletic performance. Electrolytes, meaning potassium, calcium, magnesium, all the electrical minerals that you get in the Suero V and the Amasai and the Ultimate Classic and the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. In fact, that's Dr. Wallach's claim to fame, is understanding the importance of liquid electrolytes. Sugar will mess it up, so don't drink any sugar, and Diet Coke can do the same thing, so pretty much want to stay away from that. And then high doses of the B complex. The Beyond Tangy Tangerine is pretty much the best post-exercise or during your workout supplement that I know of. It's a great source of liquid B vitamins as well as liquid electrolytes, and those are the two things that you want to think about.
You said electric vitamins too.
Yeah, the B vitamins I call them electric vitamins, because they help cells make electrical energy. The B vitamins are actually the carrying force for energy, for the production of energy. They turn sugar into energy. Sugar energy gets carried, and it's really cool how it happens, but I'm not going to get into it. The electrical energy in sugar combines with oxygen, and it gets carried via the B complex, the B vitamins, in order to power or to fuel a cell. So the B vitamins are almost like a mediator for electrical energy. I call them electrical vitamins. That's why they're found in living foods. The B vitamins are your living food vitamins, sprouts and vegetables and meats, which used to be living. Those are the best eggs. Those are the best sources of B vitamins, because the B vitamins are the vitamins of life, of electricity. Electricity is life. So B vitamins and electrolytes, John.
I appreciate that, Ben.
Sure. Take care, man. God bless. All right, let's move on to Matthew in Texas. What's going on, my friend? Welcome to the bright side.
Thanks for your program. I was wondering, I've got a dermatologist appointment